Hello, everybody. Sage here. I wanted to do a reading on Zak Bagans. He's kind of I think it's been like the last year, has been receiving some negative feedback from past coworkers and employees. Two in particular. I don't know of any others, but there's just two of them that I've heard. You know, I had seen some negative feedback from. And I always believe that there's two sides to a story, and uh, yeah, I'm super curious. Zak um, has with ghost hunting and whatnot, it can be kind of an interesting things that can happen to a person. So let's go ahead and get into this. So again, all alleged, my opinion, not facts. Um, let's get on with this. Now I did shuffle, and I'm using, of course, my Bluebird Marie Lenormand deck. I did shuffle before I started this video, but I'll do a couple more times. And the way I do my card reading is unorthodox. It's not something that everybody does. Obviously, I've been doing it for many, many years. Over 37 years, and I've got a system down that works for me, and I don't follow the rules, and I found that this works best for me. So, to anybody else that sees how I do this and goes, oh, well, that's not the correct way. Well, in my opinion, there's no incorrect way of doing this. It all depends on what you feel, how you feel. It works for you. Okay, and that goes with reading the symbology of the tarot and these cards as well. So let's move on. Go ahead, and if you feel inclined to um, like this video, subscribe to my channel. I have a contest going on. I'm going to be doing I'm going to announce the winner on the 1st. I'll tell you about it at the end of the video on how to enter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. All right. I already see some things, but I am not going to say one word. I'll stop myself. Ooh, okay. Okay. All right. So there's a couple things I want to point out here. Okay. So the gentleman is Zak Bagans. I project his image and his energy into the gentleman card. Now, if he was a woman, it would be the female card, the lady card. Above him is the snake, directly above the snake, and off to the side is the coffin, which actually is the snake is mysticism, and the coffin is, of course, it's paranormal. This is all about paranormal. So this is like an affirmation of This is Zak's energy. This is definitely the spread that's about him. I'm looking at the possibility of new contracts coming towards his way. There's a decision he's going to be making. Now, I have a sneaking suspicion that he may want to. He's like thinking about different ways of recreating his show and possibly branching off into a different show. Um, I don't. This guy is so. I got to tell you, just from the energy of the cards, I don't care if we all have differing opinions, and I know that these people um, had made some accusations about him, but I got to tell you guys, um, you don't make it to the top without making enemies. You don't make it in the business world without making someone upset with you. Okay, and it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. And the guy, what I see is ambitious. This guy is ambitious. He's smart. He's very artistic and creative, and very hyper focused on what he loves to do, and that is investigate the paranormal. Um, what I haven't really told you guys yet on what one of my things I love to do is to delve into people's past lives. And I don't know, not everybody believes in reincarnation, but I 100% do. I know in my opinion, happens. And I can tell you already uh, what Zak's past life was, and it may explain a lot to him. I doubt if he'll ever even see this video, but if he does, I think it will explain a lot to him um, on why he's so driven and in doing what he's doing regarding the paranormal. So let's move on with this. He uh, he is he, like I said, he's extremely focused. The guy is a genius when it comes to putting something together and creating entertainment for people. He is, first and foremost, he is an entertainer. And I know that there's been other like ghost hunting channels that like to discredit him. And you know what? I don't care about that. I don't care about that. If that did indeed, if it did happen, um, he's there to entertain us. Now, I can really see something in him, and I know for a fact that not all of it is baloney. Okay. Now, like I said, I don't know, I don't care about you know these people's claims. Um, he is, like I said, a master entertainer, and he's he just really enjoys doing what he's doing, and he wants to keep it going. And you know what? If he has to um, make certain people upset in order to do that, that's just the way it is. There is not one person that gets to the top without upsetting somebody. And I learned a long time ago that you know what, I could be Mother Teresa, and there would be someone that didn't like me. And after I learned that, it's like after I learned that, because I was trying to please everybody, I'm like, oh my gosh, it doesn't matter what I do. Excuse me. It doesn't matter, because there will be someone that gets upset with you over nothing. So you can imagine what he deals with pretty much on a daily basis regarding negative feedback, because he's so well known. So let's move on. I want to actually address a couple of different things here. Um, so ghost hunting, investigating. Um, the spirit world, especially after, I mean, he's been doing it for so long. Him and his whole crew, right? They've been doing it for so long. Um, it actually will put, I don't know how to put this without confusing people, but it's what we would call, it's called the death current. And the death current is the realm where spirits and ghosts are. It's like one reality overlaps the other reality. And when you're constantly trying to um, communicate and, learn about that other side via spirit talk or whatever else, um, it does have a tendency to, make you, it increases your sensitivity. The more you do it, the more sensitive you become. Now, in my opinion, um, every single one of us have abilities um, that can. I truly believe that we're able to be mediums if we want to be, channel spirits and ghosts. We don't use all of our brains. I mean, we use very little amount of our brains. And I think that the more you do something, the more um, sensitive, especially when it comes to um, you know ghost hunting and speaking with spirits and having them touch you and affect you, it makes you become more sensitive to them. So, and I feel that this is, oh, definitely happened to Zach. And actually, a lot of the crew, they're like this as well. But Zach has really opened himself up for so that he could bring his show to the next level. He has invited spirits into him, and I mean, you guys have seen what he's done on TV, and 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 when that happens, you're creating um, you're opening yourself up more and more. The spirit jumping, which is spirits entering your body, um, trying to manipulate you. And I know, like, you've seen a progression with Zach in his shows, right? Where, um, in the beginning, he wasn't as sensitive, and he was just trying to get the spirits to communicate with him. I mean, he was really going at it, right? Provoking and whatnot. I mean, you see a huge learning curve, like learning and progression in his career on how he deals with this stuff and how he had learned what to do and what not to do. And he, because of this, I mean, he can walk into a building and I know he's sensitive to vibrations and areas now because of that. I think all of the Ghost Adventures crew is. They can sense if something's there or not, um, and it can affect them. Also, it when you're doing this type of work a lot, what ends up happening is um, you don't really want to interact a whole. I mean, the more you interact with spirits and ghosts, the less you want to interact with like alive human beings. It's like your vibrations kind of align to a different, like differently, and it's just the path that he's chosen, and again, I'll tell you why, and it'll make perfect sense to him if he ever watches this. Um, yeah, he is highly intuitive, and I have a feeling that people think he's a little bit weird because of it, because he listens to his dreams, he listens to his intuition, synchronicities. He's learned that all of those things really mean something, and uh, and good for him. Good for him, because I think he's probably averted a few crises by following his intuition. Um, So let's see here. What else? All right. I want to touch on something else too. Is okay. I want to show you guys something. Um, Here's the coffin. Here's the dog. Here's the tree. And it kind of makes a circle to the clouds, back to the coffin. And the clouds is, in this instance, means a veil, the veil between the worlds. Um, so because he's done this so much, what he's actually done was opened up part of himself, his brain, and is using it differently now. But also, what he has done was he's created in himself. Um, um, he can channel. So, um, you know, a vortex. It's kind of weird because with him, he's got there's okay. I'm stumbling over my words, but what I'm trying to say is this is because he has aligned himself with so much of this energy and this vibration, he has created within himself a passageway for which spirit can come and go when he's in that mode. So, and there's one in particular, and I know, like I said, I know he'll never watch this, but if he does, there's one in particular that likes to hop along with him sometimes, and that's when they do the darkest ones. And this one spirit really tries to test him, and that's where you see him at the most angry, and he gets taken over. Um, a different look in his eyes. You guys, that's not play. He's not playing when he's doing that. This is real. This is something that happens to him. And the only way that I could tell him, I mean, it's been happening. This thing, uh, it's been with him for a while. And I'm trying to think back on when it made him like its home when it comes to like the portal coming and going. So so he's had, and I hate to even bring this up, and I'm sorry, but he had some friends that died tragically, and this thing didn't come from any ghost hunt. This came from um, those friends that was unalived tragically, and what ended up happening is this thing. Now Zach is real strong. He's got inner strength and he can handle it. But it does get to him sometimes. I mean, there's some little suggestions in his mind when he's going through these when this thing jumps him. Suggestions on hurting people, and it came from that. It's the same thing that went into this one of his friends, and um, and he did what he did to his wife. But um, you know, eh, it's definitely really dark energy. It's really dark energy. Sometimes what it'll do is it'll invade his dreams at times. Sometimes he'll see it in his shadow, and his. I mean, like I said, just at times it'll use him as a portal, and it does like to use Zak at times. And Zak is very aware of this. I'm pretty sure Zak is aware of this thing, but he doesn't know where it came from or what it is. But this thing is a very dark, very old, um, and all right. So it what it does is like when I see it in my mind's eye, it looks like it's a shadow figure, but it looks like a great big huge tarantula. It's like a big tarantula, a big spider. And that's what it looks like to me in my mind's eye. It comes and goes through him. Now recently, I noticed there's a difference in him recently. Through his new episodes that I had seen. Now he seems lighter. I don't know if he's learned new blocking techniques, and or if it's just been leaving him alone. Recently, he did take a little bit of a break, um, but um, I could tell that there is a difference in him. And I know that I think there's like a lady friend that he's gone back to, that he's romantically involved with. And, he's always kind of had a problem connecting to humans, to people. And relationships aren't any different. Um, I think it's going to take a really special person that actually, um, now this lady that he's with is so nice. She's very nice, but I don't really see that lasting his entire life. You know what I mean? This isn't like going to be, I kind of see them going back and forth, you know, um, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together. But there is one person, and it's not even someone that is normally his type. It's like she's got, I don't know if it's natural or not, but like bright red hair, real long, bright red hair. And she's just a knockout, beautiful, but oh, so smart, very smart. And she's actually just as interested in doing this stuff as he is. And I do believe she's a medium as well. But anyway, I just kind of, what I wanted to do was to kind of look into see, you know, um, what he's all about. And, I'm not, I was afraid I was going to get disappointed, and I'm not disappointed at all. The guy has a big heart. Um, when he is himself, he's got a real sunny disposition. It's just, this changed him. This ghost adventuring and ghost hunting, it did change him. And now others' energy, he gets affected by other people's energies. So, I mean, and everybody's different, you guys. Everybody's different. And there's a lot of people like that. I'm like that. I can't be around too many people either. And, it's just the way he is. Now, I want to get back to something here. I told you guys there's an explanation on, like I said, I feel so confident in helping people remember past lives. Um, and you guys, I gotta tell you, and this is gonna make so much sense. So this guy, Zach's his last life, his name was um, Hannibal. His name is Hannibal Hamlin Garland, and he's like this spiritualist. He actually is probably one of the originals of investigating like spirits and ghosts, and so I've kind of thought about this obviously before on like, it always interests me. It's like, you know, I look at some celebrities and I go, not everybody is has had a past life as a celebrity, right? It's not that doesn't always happen, obviously. But you know, Hannibal Hamlin Garland, um, he I gotta tell you, it fits so well with him, and I know that this was his past life, that this was his last life. Now, before I did this reading, because like I said, I've ruminated on this before with him. I was like, God, you know what? There's a familiar energy. What's going on with this guy? And anyway, I I I had to look up Hannibal Hamlin Garland, and I got to show you because I did this before the reading. He was one of the original spiritualists that did. And I hope you guys can see the picture. Oh, it doesn't look like you can very well. Look him up. But he looks just like Zak Bagans, you guys. And it just gives me chills because you know what? Oops. Look him up. Look him up. And then you'll see the picture better. Uh, it's just, he was um, Hamlin, he went by Hamlin. Hamlin Garland. He was one of the first guys that they did seances, and they actually what they tried to do was create a very scientific environment in which to do these seances to either to discount them and prove that mediums were fake, or to actually document spiritual spirits, and ghost-like activities. Now, back in his day, they didn't have electronics, they didn't have any of that stuff, but they had different items in which to call forth. They had, oh, gosh darn it, what's it called? It's where they had the pencil in their hand, and it had like a planchette. They had these chalkboards, and they had these horns that the spirits would talk to. The horns were really long and fluted out. Look it up. It's so fascinating. But and you got to look up. You have to look up Hamlin. It's Hamlin Garland. Garland. And this is who Zak Bagans. This was his last life that he lived. You guys, once you see the picture, you're gonna go, "Oh my gosh!" Looks just like him. Looks just like him. So anyway, I hope you guys like this video. I sure had fun doing it, and you know, I think that it does kind of answer some questions. There's always two sides to a story. You're not going to please everybody on the way to the top, or when you're at the top and trying to stay at the top. It's just we pick up these little idiosyncrasies, and it's just the way life is. It's the way our personalities develop. I think that really, in reality, I do believe that he is a kind person. I think that he is generous. I think that he loves doing what he's doing. And like I said before, be on the lookout, because I do have a feeling like he's going to be probably going back to his roots, and his Hamlin Garland days, and I kind of see like seances. There's something that he's going to recreate, but it's still going to be about the spirit world. So it'll be interesting to see what comes up for him. And whatever it is, I think it's going to be really. I'll be frank with you. I think it's going to be awesome. And the best luck to him and his crew. Now, if you like this video, you guys, subscribe to my channel. Please like this video. comment in the comment section what you think about Hamlin, Garland, and Zak Bagans and the correlations there. I think that you guys are going to find it's going to be kind of amazing. If there's any other celebrities that you want me to look into, put it in the comment section. And I do read all of your comments. I do. I love all my subscribers, and I love different opinions too. Don't think I don't. I just think that everybody should be respectful to each other. And that's all I ask. And also, before I go, I want to mention the contest. So I'm going to do another video on the first that is going to have at the end of the video the announcement of the winner of the free tarot or the cardomancy reading. And but in order to play, you guys got to go to my community section on my YouTube page and find it where it's titled new contest. You're going to have to find a number between 1 and 500 that someone else has not chosen. And it's in the community section titled New Contest. Now, I think what I'm going to do for the next contest is just do a video, new contest video. And I'm just going to try and switch things out to make it a little bit more easier for everybody. So I probably this next one, I'm going to switch it up. And I just want it to be easier for everybody, so you don't have to go searching through the community section. It's kind of a pain for some people, I think. So anyway, thank you for listening, and I hope everybody has a good day, night, morning, whatever. Love and light to everyone, and Sage out. Thank you.